I'm here to shout my abortion because I've never been ashamed of it. It still to this day remains a very important part of my learning and growing experience. And I have never had regrets, and it has allowed me to have the life that I have today, which I'm so grateful for. I was 22 at the time. Some might say too old to not know better. But I was 22. I was with a partner that, as much as I have always wanted children, knew that I could not rely on him and that this was not the life I wanted. I was still struggling to find my way. I hadn't graduated from college, which means nothing. I'm not saying that your life can't be great without going to college, but I knew that I still had so much more to do with my life. And I had been on the birth control patch since I was 17 or 18, religiously, always ran into those months where I couldn't get another supply, or there was always moments of panic when it came to having access to birth control. Even though I had insurance, I didn't know at the time that I could get it and that my parents wouldn't know. So I went to Planned Parenthood, always had to try to make appointments. And that was coming from someone who had privilege and lived in an area where my Planned Parenthood wasn't surrounded by, protesters. But this one time, I actually ran out of patches. And so there was a lapse in my birth control access. And I thought, we'll be fine. I just never thought it would happen to me. And I went without a patch for a week and I got pregnant. And as soon as I was pregnant, I knew. And it forever changed the course of my life. I originally was going to go to Planned Parenthood. It was going to cost me $500, which at the time I didn't have. Was really, really afraid of what I was going to do. And then a friend of mine said, "Do you have health insurance?" And I said, "Yes, I have Kaiser. It's through my parents. I don't want them to find out." And she's like, "You can go to Kaiser. You pay your copay and you can get an abortion." And I called the OBGYN, very skeptical, not really sure how it was going to work. And sure enough, I was able to get an appointment, and it cost me $25. And there will be people that think that I saw that as a golden ticket and that I could just go for an abortion anytime I needed it. And to this day, it is the only abortion I have ever had. And I paid that $25. I went alone. I didn't want my partner there because I already resented him enough. I hated him for the fact that he didn't have his life together. I was angry that I didn't have my life together, that this decision would change the trajectory of our lives. So here I was making the sacrifice so that he could go on to have a better life, so that I could go on. And from that day on, our relationship just was never the same. And I did what I had to do. And I'm really, really glad that I did. And the experience was really scary for me because I didn't want to be there, and I felt so ashamed. I was sitting in that waiting room with other women who were there to see the children that they so wanted to have, and here I was feeling like I was reckless and irresponsible. And I went in and I saw the doctor, and the doctor could sense that I didn't want to be there and that I was feeling all the emotions that come with that experience. And he took my hand and he told me that one day you will have children. You will be back here when you're ready. This doesn't change anything for you. And that empathy that he showed to me and that understanding was what allowed me to walk out of that clinic and move on with my life. Was I sad? Do I still think about it? Yes, but I've never regretted it. And today I have one amazing daughter. I'm expecting my second, and I am so grateful for everything that has come my way. And I know it is because I had access to a safe and judgment-free abortion. And to this day, I still think about that doctor. I still talk about my abortion to anyone who wants to ask. I've never been ashamed of it. And as happy as I am today with my about to be 2 children and the joy and everything that comes with it, it has only affirmed my belief in choice. I want that for myself, I want that for every single woman, and I want that for my daughter. And I will be the first to walk with her into any hospital or clinic that she needs to go to if she finds herself in this situation. And I will do everything in my power to keep this a unalienable right for all women in this country and around the world.